Hi, Mr. X.
Hey now.
So I'm still in China right now, and Mr. X is in Dallas, and we're gonna record this podcast, and hopefully everything goes smoothly. All right.
Hopefully everything goes smoothly.
Uh
Like, hurry up and get back to America. What are you doing?
huh. uh, yeah, I know. Every day I'm questioning why I'm here when I wake up coughing my brains out from the pollution. But
What can you do?
what can you do, indeed? All right. So today we're talking about breakups, and
Ooh,
I know it's a hot topic right now in China. um,
apparently so.
yeah, apparently so. So, so we both thought that it would be a good time to maybe talk about just maybe our personal experiences with breakups, and maybe just like breakups period, and like what society is used to, and because I guess I'll just go right into why we're addressing this topic is I mean breakups come in all different forms, right?
Right.
Like
You have your,
there's no one way
sorry,
to
Red.
do it, you know?
Well, I, I think, believe there's a correct way that should go about, but we're not in a perfect world, so it tends to get a little bit messy.
Right.
And like you say, we're going to give some experiences of breakups, and because I've had some okay ones, but for the most part, mine have been pretty bad, like bad breakups.
Really.
Yeah, I've had some terrible, shitty breakups, man.
Huh. I'm sorry about that. And
Well, hey, it's life in women, so what can you do?
life with women, is that what you said?
Life and women, but I'll
Oh.
take that instead. Your version might even be better.
Oh, whatever. Maybe I'll just like explain my situation and get your thoughts, and yeah. So I guess I will ask your opinion after I'm done talking about what a perfect breakup is, because I believe that I'm in that situation right now. Like I think that my husband and I have handled this pretty well, you know. So
Right, right.
so for all of you listening, Ian and I have been married for 10 years, and together for 12. And just over like the past few years, we've become friends. And I've said this before, like Ian is probably the nicest person I've ever met. He is just a really great guy. He has a great heart. He would do anything for me, his family, his friends. He really would. He bends over backwards to save lives of dogs, and he probably is driving dogs to the vet 2 3 times a week, and at our own expense, at his
Right.
expense. So, like just a really good guy. But what happened is we fell out of love, and so when the opportunity came, um, when I got my offer of acceptance to move to UNT in Dallas, it was we had a conversation, and he actually initiated. He started the conversation about what our marriage is going to be, and he offered up the idea of entering into an open relationship. It was actually his idea. I don't know if I've told you that before.
Yeah, I vaguely remember it.
So what happened then is that was like just kind of a natural progression of where we were, because the reality is we didn't know if we would ever live together again, because I don't know what is in store for me after I'm done university. I don't know if I'm staying in Dallas, or where I will move, right? So then I moved away, and I started dating guys, and then I've met someone. Like I've met someone that means a lot to me, that I love. And
Right.
it's kind of changed the status of what Ian and I are, you know, like we've gone from an open marriage, you know, and for those who don't know what an open marriage is, it's like you can go and fuck around and you come back to your husband or wife at the end of the day. With, you know, people have different rules and everything, but that's essentially it. It went from that to me actually finding love. And yeah, so what happened was I came back here to China, and because I'm friends with Ian, because he still means a lot to me, he's still my husband. Um, I came here to visit him and to do other things, you know, to get my dog, get my stuff, and other things. But people at my school had a problem with that. They saw me and Ian as a married couple, and then they heard that I have, in quotes, a black boyfriend from the United States, from America.
Uh-oh,
Oh.
there's that dark leads.
And then the rumors started that I'm cheating on him. And it like escalated to the fact where Ian got called into the office. People started approaching me saying, you know, Toby, you need to be more quiet
Whoa,
about
whoa,
this.
wait. He got called into the office at his workplace?
Yes. Yeah.
Insane.
It actually is insane. It's highly inappropriate.
Really?
Because the rumors were that, you know, I'm a whore because I'm cheating. Maybe they didn't say whore, but, you know, I'll just insert that because that's what I do.
Whoa, where's your mind going?
But I'm a bad person essentially, and I'm hurting Ian, and Ian is sad. So people have been
Right.
concerned about his sadness and his feelings, just assuming that Ian and I are not adults and we haven't talked about this. You know, like they see us
So,
interacting, they see us laughing, they see us talking, they see that we're fine. But yet, I guess the only conclusion to come to is that I must be doing it behind his back. So,
right. And just posting it all over social media and everywhere else, right?
right.
And he has no earthly idea that you moved on or none of this other shit, right?
Yeah, just assuming all of this, right?
Like it's ridiculous.
Because I think that, and again, I don't know what your idea of a perfect breakup is, and we'll get your thoughts on that. But I think that Ian and I have handled things pretty well because we have always been able to communicate with each other. You know?
Right.
We've never been secretive, and we've always been able to tell each other our thoughts and our feelings, and come to agreements, which is what we have done.
Right. Right.
So,
The thing that I've learned about, because I would say I'm kind of new to social media. I've had my Facebook for over a year now. I've had my Instagram for maybe 3 years, and my Snapchat for maybe about 2 years. I never did the MySpace. I never did I don't do Twitter. You know, we'll probably do Twitter for the purposes of this podcast. But outside of that, I don't care too much for social media. As far as involving my personal business, during my short run of social media, I have learned, and which it should be, you shouldn't even need social media to understand this anyway. I've learned to keep my personal relationship problems out of the public's eye. Because like this, people will draw their own conclusions and come up with outlandish ideas, you know? And like for the people of drama and gossiping, and like if they wanted to actually get an understanding of his feelings or what was going on in you guys' marriage, all they had to do was come ask one of you.
exactly.
Instead of spreading rumors around that Tobi's chasing dark meat or whatever the hell is going on. It's
Gross.
fucking insane, dude. Like, it's insane.
Yeah.
Like, yesterday, and we talked a lot about this off air, but yesterday, the story that you told me, how the rumor started, like, dude, you are such a better person than me because I would blast her ass all in there. I would blast her.
Yeah, it's a very quick story, but the story was that on the bus on the way to the Christmas party with all the staff, apparently Ian and I got into some kind of fight, like gossip worthy fight, like drama. And then I don't know. I don't know if I proceeded to, I don't know what ever happened after that story. But anyway, yeah, the rumor was that we got in this big fight in front of everyone on the bus. and, and then I guess proceeded to be like, good friends at the Christmas party. But whatever, I'm not trying to get into her mind. But yeah, she was the one who kind of started this drama that just doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
Right.
But
It's
but
fucking crazy.
well,
There's
like
like,
you said about social media, like people love drama. They don't like to see an amicable separation. They want to. They just love to see stuff. The meat or whatever.
right, drama.
Yeah.
And it's it's embarrassing actually for grown people to behave this way and encourage or even keep this type of drama going on. Like, these are supposed to be like some of your friends, and these are supposed to be Ian's friends, and here they are spreading fucking rumors about their quote unquote friends.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous, And I get that they're his friends and they care for his well-being or they care for his happiness. I get that 100%. But my whole thing is, he's your friend. Why not go to him and ask him, is he okay or what's going on? And like, you've told me that I don't even know him and I believe he's a nice guy, but I've heard you mention nothing but good things about this guy. So surely if one of his so-called friends was to go to him and talk to him and ask him the situation, he would have an explanation for them.
Yeah, he's a pretty open guy, obviously.
Right.
He's a pretty open-minded person, and if someone went, like, oh, I heard Toby's dating someone, he'd be like, yeah, end of story.
Black guy.
Yep.
Would it matter if he was a black guy?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I heard Toby's dating a black guy. What? No. How dare she?
Damn it, shake my fist at her.
But you are absolutely right. And however weird it was for him to talk to the principal about our relationship, Ian did say, you're the first one who came to talk to me. Like, no one has talked to me. Out of like 40, 50 teachers talking about our business, no one actually came to talk to the source. So, yeah. So what is your idea of a perfect breakup? I want to know.
Well, not to sound too, I don't know, but I'll just go from here. I believe the way that you and Ian went about things is the perfect breakup. Now, things might have been rocky or hard on the way leading up to the breakup, but there was no messiness, no drama, clearly there isn't any hatred. That's how a breakup should be, when both people sit down together and have mutual conversations and come to an agreement and not have any hatred or ill will towards anyone.
Right.
And for you guys to live in the same household or be around each other and still have love for each other, but not necessarily in love with each other.
Mm-hmm.
That's a peaceful, manageable breakup, And it might hurt either one of you to be apart from each other, but the fact that you both decided to end things peacefully and respectfully should help you rest better at the end of the day.
Thank you for that.
Right, like legit.
That means a lot to me that you feel that way.
Well, you were an adult about things. Both of you guys were an adult about things, and it's just crazy to see how many people outside of you guys in your circle didn't handle your breakup like adults. It's fucking crazy. If If we're gonna react like that, you might as well snuck off and got you some goddamn dark meat or whatever it is that you like. I don't know.
Why do you keep saying dark meat? Like that's it's
Dude, because I'm fucking hungry. I'm sorry. It has nothing to do with breakups right now, but I want something to eat. I'm sorry. Forgive me.
just that term, like dark meat. Like, ugh. Anyway.
Like a steak, Salisbury steak. I don't know. Someone's grandma cooking or what?
Yeah, you need to get some food in you. But
Keep it a buck.
you know what has brought attention, like I don't know, you mentioned social media before and you keep your business off of it, which is very wise, and I think it took a lot of people a long time to learn that because I mean, I've been on Facebook since the beginning. I was also on
Right.
MySpace. Like you know me. Like I like social media, and for some stupid fucking reason, it matters to me. But
Right.
a lot of us had to learn the hard way not to air our dirty laundry on social media. But it's also become the way that we keep in touch with each other because I think we've gotten lazy. Like we've relied on Facebook updates to see what's new in our friends' lives instead of like picking up the phone like we did in the old days, right?
This is true.
So, what do you do? And also, I personally have relied on it very heavily the past 5 or 6 years since I've been in China and now in the US because I'm not physically around people. I can't just pick up the phone and talk to the people I want to. So, I don't have those like daily interactions. So, I actually do rely on social media for that. I do. Um, and I think my friends and family rely on me to keep in touch with them as well. So that's why I post stories, I post pictures, I post updates because they are not a part of my life physically.
Right.
So, what has shocked some people is our marriage status because they just know that me and Ian are together. And then,
Okay.
bam, I'm posting a picture of my dark meat boyfriend.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah. So what is the protocol nowadays? Like when you break up with someone, what do you do? Do you announce it?
Um.
Like what do you do?
Well, me, I would tell them it's none of their fucking business. You know,
Okay.
straight up. But I don't know. I've never been married before. I have been in long relationships,
Yep.
and usually how my breakups or the conversation of my breakup comes apart if my significant other isn't around me for a period of time when I go to family gatherings or whatever. My family would tend to ask about them,
Right.
and then I'll tell them that way. Oh well, we broke up, or whatever. But like my last relationship was so fucking messy that my family didn't have to ask me because my ex-girlfriend decided to air all her business on social media.
Wow.
after knowing that how I felt about social media and how I felt about putting business on social media. Because when we did have the arguments or the talks, whatever, I wouldn't run to social media and take shots at her, but she did the necessary to do that to me, which was a problem within itself.
Yeah, obviously.
And yeah, and so my family knew that we would break up or had broken up because of the shit that she would post on her page. So yeah,
Wow. And that's just awkward to see, you know? Like I've seen it. I watched it's a marriage that I've talked to you about, the marriage where my friend was cheating on her husband and like used me as an alibi and stuff like that.
right, right,
That was kind of public. And uh, she had friends calling her out, like on her Facebook feed. Like she would be going out to the movies or something, or she would buy new clothes, and they'd be like, don't you think you should be at home with your husband, like spending money on
Oh
your
wow.
children? I'm like, yikes. You know, like all of this shit happened before our eyes. And so we saw it unravel. Um, and yeah, it was just awkward. But, you know, I don't know if it's my nosy nature where if I did have a friend or friends who are a couple and they did split up and I'm in China, how would I know that unless they take the time to like personally message everybody, you know? But
True.
like you said, like though, is it my fucking business if I'm not there talking to them every day? Is it my business? Or do I just find out naturally sometime down the road? Like is that what we do now? I don't know.
Right. Right. No, I mean, it's it's a slippery slope. From what I'm understanding, you talk to your close friends in China, the ones that really, really matter.
Yeah.
You know, now, and I get it that we all get busy with life and we're not able to reach out to our close friends that we consider close, or because we're busy with life and everyday shit, whatever. But for the most part, you mentioned your people in China that knew about the breakup,
Yeah.
and so it seems like the people that knew about it, that were supposed to know about it, found out about it, and the
Right.
people that didn't fell by the wayside. And those are the ones who seem to be having a problem with it, and those are the ones who didn't know. You know, so I mean, again, you and Ian went about this for yourselves, and you've done it absolutely perfect. And I hate that your name is being like, or was uh, dragged through the mud because it's ridiculous, and it sucked. But this is what this podcast is about, to get you to vent and for you to clear the air. And there's this guy driving down the one fucking way the wrong way.
Oh, no way. I've done that before. It's really scary.
Yeah, it's fucking freaking me out for sure. Sorry.
Yeah. And, you know, I don't know how many people will listen to this, but again, I guess maybe the people that care or wonder will maybe give this a listen and maybe hear like our perspective. But I, through talking to you and again, those close friends that you just mentioned who are in the know, you all, or I should say y'all, have the perspective that
Y'all.
y'all have the perspective that they should just mind, other people should just mind their own fucking business, and I should
That's
just
it.
carry on with my life.
I would. You know me. You know how I feel.
Yep.
Fuck them.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Well, thanks for letting me vent today, Mr. X.
Hey, no problem. That's what I'm here for. That's what friends are for.
Oh my God, that's what Sarah says all the time. Like anytime we do a favor, she'll just send me a voice note. That's what friends are for. Like that's it. It's so funny that you just did that.
Well, it sounded much better when you said it.
I know, she says that too.
Wow.
I'm a professional singer, so
Yeah, I gotta remember that.
okay, well, you have a good time at your event. And
Alrighty.
thank
And you
you.
try not to die from smog in China.
Well, I'll try. And thank you, audience, for listening today. Have a good day.
Laters.